Hello there, YouTube. Son of USFL Dad here, just out for another Saturday morning doing some garage sale shopping. It's about 7:27 on a Saturday morning on my way to pick up Jimmy in Centerline. We're going to hit the Ferndale, Royal Oak, Birmingham, Madison Heights area today for garage sales. There are a ton on the map, absolutely loaded. I can't even see the words Fraser. I can't even see the words Madison Heights. I can barely see the words Ferndale and Royal Oak. I mean, the map is just filled with flags today, so it should be pretty good. Again, I'm Son of USFL Dad. Please hit the like button or subscribe to my channel. What we do is some garage sailing here on the channel. It's new. I'm just starting, getting used to this. Again, my inspiration is the channel CJR. Check out his channel. I'll leave a link below in the description. But once again, I'm on my way to pick up Jimmy. It's a Saturday morning, 7:28 right now. It is July 29th. July 29th. So we're out to do some garage sailing. Week 3. Week 2, last week was not very good. So we only got those 4 games and then the Jimmy glasses from last week, but still looking to improve on the $10 box, which we got in our first time out, which inspired us to keep going. So we will do that, and lots of sales on the card today. I'm going to go pick up Jimmy now, and let's get going. Well, folks, I forgot to film Jimmy getting in the car, but here's Jimmy.
Good morning. Here we go.
Ready to go, you two? Ready to go shopping, Jimmy?
I am ready. Let's go.
We have a big day. Time to eat. Jimmy and I are out doing the garage sailing right now. We just made a stop. Check out what we just bought. I know there's not much of a market for baseball cards anymore, but when you come across some mint 9s and mint 10s, you may want to take a chance. I got a Barry Sanders rookie, an Emmitt Smith rookie, and Jimmy got a Bob Gibson Rookie of the Week card, which is a mint 10, all graded. I got these two, I got the Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smiths for $3 a piece, and Jimmy got his Bob Gibson for $5. Again, it's worth taking a chance on $3 a piece for $3 for 2 9 mints rookies and a $5 mint Rookie of the Week Bob Gibson. It's worth the price for a total of $11 for both those cards. Jimmy and I can make some money on those. Jimmy and I are still at garage sailing. I actually have a callback, taking advice again from the CJR channel. Always ask in case the garage sales don't have video games. Always ask to see if they do have video games. Jimmy and I are going to do a callback coming up because I asked. They didn't have video games out, and this guy has a PlayStation 2 I'm going to take a look at. So we'll go back at noon. But right now, Jimmy just made a little purchase. What do you got there, Jimmy, as he's reading for 50 cents? These Sports Spectacular, Uncle John's Sports Spectacular for his son. Jimmy, you said you bought that for your son in case when he's
bored.
No, on the
shitter?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So that's a perfect gift for 50 cents for reading material. What's going on there, YouTube? Son of USFL Dad. It's about 11:22 on a Saturday, July 29th. I'm still out here with Jimmy. Jimmy?
Hello.
What's going on? Jimmy and I just made a great sale, $50 sale for 50 bucks. Jimmy and I just got an original Xbox. This is absolutely wonderful. The original Xbox absolutely works just fine. As you can see, it's in really, really good condition. It's got a few scratches on the top. We can take care of that cosmetic stuff. Jimmy, if you can hold the system up like this real quick before we get to the games, I want to show the people that we got all the equipment, all the AV cords are there, everything, all the cords that we need are there. Have 2 original Xbox controllers. They all have, he's even got the upgraded, actually got 3 controllers. Now, these controllers are a little bit sticky, so it's got some stuff on it. Hang on, I'm not doing very well with my filming. Hang on, everybody. Back doing filming, let's try this again. So we got one real sticky Xbox controller, and we got another Xbox controller. We'll talk about more of this when we get back to the game room, but basically we got 3 controllers. We got the original Xbox, and Jimmy, the games, can you hold them up one by one? We got the collector's edition of Halo. It's the limited collector's edition of Halo. That's awesome. That was in the $50 sale as well. Jimmy, next game, come on, go on, brother. Next one, got Halo 2. We also got, I'm having a bad job here, doing bad job with focusing. I can't even read it. The Full Spectrum Warrior, 10 hammers. Can't get this focused. Again, we'll get all this back at the game room once we get to the game room. Can you get out of the sun there, Jimmy? A little bit more in the shadow. There you go. The 007 Nightfire. Of course, it won't focus. Let's try. Hang on real quick, the YouTube. All right, YouTube, we're back here. We also got 2002 FIFA World Cup. Jimmy, you also got another copy of 007 Nightfire.
Yeah.
Got the Sega GT 2002. And finally, we got the Dead or Alive 3 for the original Xbox. Again, all for $50 with 3 controllers and the original Xbox system. Not bad for $50. Plus, we still have to go back for the PlayStation 2 sale, which we will have coming up. It's a callback. 12/16 on July 29th, we just picked up a thin PS2 in its original box. All the original cords as well. It did not have an HDMI cord, so I'll have to go buy one. Those usually cost about $4 or $5 at the local area, Detroit area resale shops. But Jimmy, we also got a couple games in the deal. It was $35 for the whole deal. 30 for the system and 5 for the games. We got the NCAA 08 with former Lion Kellen Moore on the cover. We also got FIFA 08, NHL 07. I can't see with the sunlight there. Is that God of War?
God of War.
God of War. The
Hits.
greatest hits version, not the original, but the greatest hits, but we'll take it. And then FIFA 07 again. So a couple of sports games, so not really valuable, but we got those games for $1 a piece. So for unvaluable games, $1 a piece, you could still resell them if you wanted to for like $3 a piece. Yeah, Kellen Moore, former Lion, now a Dallas Cowboy. He'll play eventually, you know it, because Dak Prescott's the man, but you know, in case of injury, Kellen Moore will eventually get in. What's going on there, YouTube? Son of USFL Dad here, back in my office. A little bit of a different angle for you right now. I'll switch to the above angle again when I start going through the garage sale pickups for the Saturday. It's now actually Sunday afternoon. I had a super busy day yesterday aside from the garage sale shopping. Jimmy and I finished up shopping like around 12:30. And after that, I had to go to Hazel Park Raceway. Yes, I had to go. I was meeting a couple friends, Ryan, Aaron, and Roger. We were all going to do some racing at Saratoga in New York and what's called the Spa. We actually did pretty well. I won a few races. I hit a superfecta over at Woodbine as well, and actually sort of made back almost close to what I spent on garage sailing, so that's kind of cool. So that was kind of interesting, but something happened after I left the racetrack. My buddies, we were all talking about pooling some money together for a pick 4, but it was like almost 4 o'clock. I had to leave because I was getting picked up at 5 o'clock for a Tigers game, which happened last night. I'll get into that. But what happened was that I didn't get in with all nobody could decide before I left what they wanted to do for the bet, so they decided to sort of put it off. And these guys actually put their money together and ended up winning $1,200 on a pick 4. So congratulations goes out to Ryan, Aaron, and Roger. Of course, I'm not there to get a piece of that, but congratulations goes out to them. And so spend your money wisely, boys. So very, very good to them. And then after the Hazel Park Raceway, I had to come home, grab a shower, get cleaned up. And I was picked up at 5 o'clock by my buddy Maz in the Detroit area. We went over to the Tigers game where they beat the Houston Astros last night. And I have a quick little thing to show you, which I got at the Tiger game after all this. But again, I'm son of USFL Dad, as you saw in the previous footage. I do some garage sailing around the Detroit area with my buddy Jimmy, and we try to find deals on pretty much anything, but mainly video games and stuff like that, because the reason is, again, I'm collecting for the Atari 5200. You don't find very much of those things at garage sales. Actually, you don't really find them at all. The best way I seem to have found is through the AtariAge.com website, also through eBay, obviously. But those prices can be a little bit expensive. So I'm raising money for the Atari 5200 collection that I'm trying to build by buying and selling PlayStation games or whatever gaming systems I can come across and stuff like that. to try to make a little bit of money to buy and build up an Atari 5200 collection. I would like to get all of the 69 original release games, and then there's a bunch of homebrews out there, but the homebrews are really, really expensive, so that's what I'm really, really trying to earn money for. So that's the idea behind the whole purpose of doing these videos, and the whole purpose of showing you that buying video games and selling video games to get a collection of video games actually works. So I'm trying to basically build my Atari collection through the buying and selling of video games. So that's what I'm up to. That's what I'm trying to do. Please subscribe to our channel, and let's get to the pickups that I did on Saturday morning with Jimmy. What's going on, guys? Now we're back here. All right, let's get to the pickups. Well, I tell you what, first we went to about, I'd say about 30 to 40 sales on Saturday throughout the Madison Heights, Royal Oak, Ferndale, and that area. And so the first sale I made, I actually needed a plumber's helper for my tool bed because I don't know what the hell happened to my plumber's helper, but there you go. Now I got one, $1. So I can clean it up a little bit. It'll still be good for many, many years to come for only $1. So there you go. Now you saw in the video, we got some playing cards. Jimmy took home his Bob Gibson, but I did some research on these things. They're not very, very valuable, but that's, that's what happens in the market. The market's not too good for these, but this is the Topps Traded 1989 Barry Sanders rookie. I found that it sells on eBay for like about an average of like around about 20 bucks. But again, I got this for $3, so good old Barry. And then Mr. Emmitt Smith's 1990 Topps Traded, his rookie card as well. Looked his up online, and again, about $25 on average. For the Emmitt Smith rookie card. Now, real quick, before I get to anything else, which one's the better running back, folks? Which one? Give you my opinion. I guess it's sort of biased, but yes, I think that Barry Sanders was the better one. I'll tell you why. If you give Barry Sanders the offensive line that Mr. Emmitt Smith had, and you give Emmitt Smith the offensive line that Barry Sanders had, I think they're still both Hall of Famers, but I think that Barry Sanders would have broken some Walter Payton records and so on and so forth. I mean, it's just he was just such a joy to watch. Emmitt Smith was great as well. What a great power runner. He could bust through that line, the defensive line, and just scoot to the secondary, no problem. Both great running backs, but I guess just a little home flavor. I have to choose Barry Sanders. Okay, let's get to the games here, boys and girls. Again, both cards were $3 real quick. Again, 20 and 25, I should be able to get that on eBay, especially like around Christmas time. Okay, let's get to the games for $35, a little bit more than what I wanted to pay. I picked up a nice PS2 bundle. So I got the a PS2 Slim in its box, and let's see what is in the box. Let's take a look together, shall we? Oh, by the way, before I get to it, real quick, I credit to the CJR channel. I'm not used to the garage sailing thing. As you know, I said in my first video, I'm a rookie at this. I really am. This was actually a callback. I've never done that before. I went to the sale. There was no video game stuff out at all. Now, there was a nice guy sitting on the steps there. He was part of the group that was having the sale. And I asked the two ladies that were there running the sale if they had any video game equipment that they were selling, because they were at the cash table. It looked like there was their sale. And the kid sitting on the steps, he overheard me. Well, not kid, in his early 20s, so young man. So he overheard me, and he said, "Well, actually, I got a PS2 at home. I'm looking to get rid of." So there you go. So again, CJR always recommends that you should always ask and see if they, if anybody has anything, because if somebody overhears you, they might say, "Oh, well, I do, and I want to get rid of this thing." Well, this kid overheard me, and he says, "I do. I want to get rid of my PS2." So he said, "Well, come back around noon, and you can grab the PS2." So I did. So he, asked me how much, and I said $30 for this. He said sold, and $1 piece for 5 games for $35. There you go. I got a nice PS2 Slim. Let's take a look at what's inside the box. I'm trying to get better at these videos, by the way, boys and girls, so I can tell you the stories of what happened until I get a spy cam and I can actually take you to the sale. So I got an original PS2 controller. I got two controllers. This one, oh, nice cool iceberg blue or cool blue. Very, very nice. Looks like the cord's a little, wow, the cord's a little weird. Well, something sticky on there. I'll have to clean up the controllers seem to be in pretty good shape, aside from the sort of stickiness on the top of the analog sticks there. But I got all the cords and everything that you need, so it's all ready to go. It's all good to go. It's even got the book and everything, but it comes in this box. I like that. I haven't checked to see if it works yet. I'm sure it does. It's well taken care of, but this thing is actually in pretty good shape. Let's pull it out here. Yeah, pretty well taken care of. Actually, very well taken care of. You know, not too many scratches on it and so on and so forth. So, very, very good. So we will put that aside over there, and I will rebox that when I have two hands free. There you go. So for $30, I got the PS1 or PS2 Slim, and I have a PS2 Fat. So now I'm going to use the Slim to test the games that I get for PS2 before I clean them up. I'm also getting a machine which refurbishes discs. So I'm going to get a whole kit, because a lot of these discs, you know, they have, you know, user scratches. Nothing too deep. But some of the discs I got, actually in the first sale, the first video I did, some of the PS2 discs were just mangled. So I'm hoping that the machine which I'm going to order will be able to help me out with some of that, so we can get any of the games that I buy that aren't working, hopefully we can get working. So that's going to be one of the things. But let's take a look at the games again for $1 a piece. The Kellen Moore edition of NCAA 08 football, FIFA 07, FIFA 08, NHL 07, and the greatest hits version of God of War. Let's see the 2-disc set. Yeah, not bad. It's a pretty cool cover. Not bad. So again, a total of $35 for that entire sale. Now I'm going to need a little bit of room here, PlayStation family, because I have now entered into a new world. A world which I am a little bit unfamiliar. I have been doing some research earlier this morning when I got up a little bit earlier today before church. And so I have now joined the Xbox family. So I guess I will need an Xbox, because if I'm going to be buying Xbox equipment also to help pay for my Atari 5200 collection, then I guess I need an Xbox to test out games as well. But not only did I get an Xbox, we'll show you after I take out the stuff that's on top of it first. First of all, with the Xbox, I got an original Xbox controller with a very long cord, and there's the connection for the console attached to it. Also, I got another original Xbox controller, again with the connection for the console attached to it. Also in this big red bag here, I don't want to show the advertisement on the bag because they don't pay me to show the advertisement on the bag. At least I pay them. If they're my cable subscriber. If they would give me money, then I'll show their advertisement on the bag. I got a third-party controller. It doesn't have the connection to the console system, or to the console, but you know, I can definitely find that in another garage sale or a thrift store of some kind. And then I got a second third-party controller, wireless. I'll tell you what, I don't want to touch it. This thing is sticky. I don't know what the hell is on this thing. I mean, oh God, even like, I'm not like a germaphobe, but I mean, this is like, what the F? I mean, this thing, not only do I have to take it apart to clean the heck out of it, I don't even know if it works yet. I hope it does. But my God, I mean, I tell you what, it doesn't look like it's been used very much, because it would be like a 10 out of 10 for the control. Very, very tight control. Everything's good on it. It's just got this all over the base, on both sides, all the way around this thing. It's got this sticky goo. And I don't mean to hold it by the analog stick. See if I can hold it by the digital stick. There you go. Oh, God. But I got this Detail sort of third-party controller, but filled with some sort of fourth-party goo. I don't know what the hell is on there.
But so I've kept it on the piece of paper toweling because I need to take out the screws and just boil the plastic on that thing, because I don't know what in the world happened. So 4 original Xbox controllers. Oh, by the way, the sale was only for $50, $50. And again, before I continue, the gentleman who was out running the sale with his wife and his family did not have this sitting out. I did the question again. CJR says, ask them, do you have any video games that you may be considering selling that you don't have out here? And he said, well, I have an SNES. And I was like, ooh. And then he goes, well, I also have an original Xbox. And I'm like, okay, cool, even better. And then he said, honestly, and then his kid comes running by. And I didn't see that he had 2 children. And I was like, he starts saying, well, I wanted to start keeping these for my kids. And I was like, I don't want to be that guy. I'm not going to be the guy that says, all right, so I actually backed away. I said, no, I don't want to take this away from your kids and all that stuff. But then he stopped me and he goes, well, you know what? Honestly, I want to keep the SNES, but I really honestly want to get rid of the Xbox because I just don't honestly play it. So you're not stealing from my kids. Let's try to do something for the Xbox. Let me go inside and I'll try to get all the equipment for it. I think I know where it is in the basement. He goes, I just honestly don't play it. But the SNES, yeah, I think I want to keep. And I said, yeah, totally cool. If you want to get the Xbox, then bring it on out. So he brought out the Xbox, $50 for the box, the 4 controllers, and then I'll get to the games as well. But here comes the Xbox as well. We got the controllers with it too, the Ethernet cord. So we got all the cords that we need as well. And then here comes the big baby. So I've never had one before in my entire life. I'm very, very excited. Hang on. I really honestly need 2 hands for this. Hang on. Let's try that again. Sorry, there you go. Here's the Xbox now in real good shape. It doesn't have very many scuffs on it now. The gentleman who sold it to me said he's had it in the basement wrapped up. So it looks like it's been used for sure, but it also doesn't look like it's been beaten up. It's in real nice shape. Very good shape for an original Xbox. Again, a $50 sale. So everything is just absolutely looking fine on this. A little bit dusty, but again, I can take off the, again, learning from YouTube. I've learned how to take these things apart, to clean them. Again, I'm learning how to solder as well, so I can figure out, modifications and things like that. But unfortunately, I didn't get any expansion packs in this or any cards. That's the only bummer. As you can tell from the original Xbox controllers, the expansion packs are empty. That's kind of a bummer. So that's the only problem. But now we get to the games. And you probably saw them from the video. Now, I apologize in the video in the car. It cut off there because of the non-focusing thing going on. Again, I'm just using my tablet right now. I'm trying to get some money together for a spy cam, or at least a good spy cam. But so I can start showing you guys sales footage. It must be very frustrating. It's frustrating for me. I really want to show you guys how I get these sales done. But anyway, let's get to the games. So I got FIFA World Cup 2002. I got the Full Spectrum Warrior, 10 hammers. So some pretty good games to start off. Alright, got the 007 Nightfire. And for some reason this gentleman had 2 copies of Nightfire. Also got a copy of Sega GT 2002. And I love driving games. Since I'm getting used to the PlayStation now, from the other games I've gotten, I love the driving games. They are really my favorite. So I'll have to try that out. Dead or Alive 3 for the Xbox as well. Now we get into 2 more. We have 2 more games left. Again, all this for $50. Halo 2, baby. And it's in real good shape. It's got everything in there. He's actually got 2 discs for it. I don't know why. But again, he's got 2 copies of the 007 Nightfire. But he's got 2 copies of Halo 2 in this. And then also, this is the best one. I'm sure you saw it. This one I got before the camera really got out of crazy focus in the car, but the limited collector's edition of Halo 2. So again, a $50 sale for this guy. He's keeping his SNES, so all I'll have to remember his address, like about 10 years from now or 5 years from now after his kid's grown out of it. and go back there and get that. I'm just kidding. But all that there for $50. So with the $50 sale for the Xbox stuff, again with the very sticky third-party controller with fourth-party goo, and the third-party controller, 2 Xbox controllers, the Xbox and the games, all for $50. $35 for 5 PlayStation 2 games and the PlayStation 2 Slim in its box. The Slim hiding under the games there, but there it is. No cards, but I got the 2 controllers with it, the Iceberg Blue or Cool Blue, whatever you want, and in the original black color. So that is what we did. And let me show you real quick about what happened at the Tigers game last night. I made mention of that to you. Let me move the red bag with the advertisement on it so you don't see that. Went to the Tigers game and had a chance to sit in the Champions Club. Don't get a chance to do that very often. Got to meet Joel Zumaya. Zoom. Good old Zoom. Now, obviously, if you know your baseball, then you know about the injury that Zoom had. That's obviously Victor Martinez on the cover, but that's Joel Zumaya's signature there. Zoom, unfortunately, had a very, very bad career-ending injury. Actually, I think it did end his career playing Guitar Hero. So, not a good way to go out, but unfortunately, that's the way he goes out. So, that seems to be what he's mainly remembered for, but I'll remember for the fact of how he did end his career when it was in Minnesota, the poor guy threw his arm out. His arm basically exploded on the mound. I've never seen anything like it. And it was just a horrible way to end his career. But Zumaya, when he was in his prime, was one of the fireball relievers. They called him Zoom. And I'm not very good at doing picture-in-picture. I have a cheap editing program. But here's a picture of me and my friends. Come on, give me a focus, baby. With Zoom at the Tigers game last night. And it just won't focus. Sorry, guys. It's tough to do on a phone. You know that. But whatever. I'll see if I can possibly impose the picture onto the video. But me and my friends, we went to see we went to see the Tigers last night. They ended up beating the Houston Astros, so it was a good night. Got to meet Joel Zumaya, and we didn't talk baseball. We actually talked a little bit of fishing. Joel Zumaya is a deep-sea fisherman, so it was pretty cool. So with the Tigers game last night and the Zumaya ticket and the garage sailing scores from the Saturday, I'd have to say that all around, it was a real good Saturday. Won that Superfecta, which I told you from Woodbine, racing, doing some off-track betting at Hazel. And then my buddies winning big at Saratoga. So it was a great Saturday yesterday. Tune in for more here at the Son of USFL Dad page. Again, please subscribe. Hit the like button, subscribe. We do garage sailing for video games so we can improve the Atari 5200 collection. Yes, I know it's specific, but you got to start somewhere, and that's where I'm trying to start. So get to it. Get subscribing, and I'm going to start doing video game giveaways if I get enough subscribers. Come on, let's bump. If I can get to 50 subscribers, I'm going to do a video game giveaway, but I'm not going to do a cheap video game either. I'll do it for a good one too. So, I'm starting to get some doubles in my shopping. So get to it. Get subscribing. Let's get up to 50 and I'll do a giveaway. Have a great day. Another video coming up next weekend.